Hello, y'all. How y'all doing? I am officially live. Hopefully, y'all can see me because connection wasn't the best. That's why I'm a little late. So, yeah. We got DIZZ joining us today. DIZZ, just hit the button and the request button. I'll pull you up. Did you hit the request button? Okay, there you go.
Okay, now we did. What's up, man? How you
Hey,
doing?
what's up? I'm good, man.
Nice,
Thank
man.
you. How you
Thank
doing,
you.
man?
I'm good, man. Just ready to do this like little interview. It
Okay,
being my first one, so
definitely, man. Definitely. We're going to
Shout,
get into your... I'm sorry, go ahead.
no, I was gonna say shout out to my producer in the live and stuff, Oski's son. They made a couple
Yes,
of my songs and stuff, so I gotta give him a little shout out if you're watching.
definitely. What's up? So we're going to go over a lot of stuff. So we're going to go over your EP, and then we're also going to ask you a few questions. I want to get some of the basic questions out the way. Just first of all, just tell me a little bit about yourself.
Let's see. I'm born and raised here in Vegas. Born to immigrant parents. My parents from Cuba. Mom, pops. So especially with what's going on over there right now, that's why like you've been seeing in my stories, I've been like showing like support because my family live out there. You know what I mean? So like it's just like my culture is like super extremely important to me. Like I'm proud to be Cuban American. I'm proud, man. You feel me? Like I'm just you know.
Okay, okay. I didn't know you were from Cuba. Cuba. Have you been to Cuba before? Like, have you
No, no,
been
no,
there
no,
a
no,
few
no, no, no,
times?
no, no, no. No, I was saying that like my parents are from there. I'm from Vegas.
Oh yeah,
Like
yeah, I know. Have your parents have you ever
okay.
visited though?
Oh yeah, like about like 2 times. It's
Two
beautiful out there.
times?
Beautiful.
Okay.
Yeah.
So very different from
Gorgeous out there.
America.
It's extremely, extremely different. It like opened my third eye to a lot of things, man. Like it's not even funny.
Okay, okay, definitely, man. You mentioned third eye, like you are you into the chakras, anything like that? Or you just.
I just feel like I'm a very spiritual person and shit. You feel me? Like I believe like everything happens for a reason. You know what I mean? Like I
Okay.
just feel like. No, I was saying that like
I feel
I
you.
just
Hey,
feel like Can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you now. It went out for like a second,
Okay.
but I can hear you now.
Okay. So
And you
what was the
said that
question
you're a
again?
spiritual
Sorry.
person. You
Yeah,
good. You good,
I
fam.
am.
You said that you're a spiritual person, and that you said when I mentioned your third eye and I mentioned the chakras, and yeah, that's where you left off at.
Yeah. Yeah, like
Okay.
I'm just like a very spiritual person, you feel me? Like everything happens for a reason, you know what I mean? Like I feel like sometimes like my songs, like when I be writing sometimes like I feel like the heavens be trying to tell me like this is the time for you to drop it, you know? And it took me forever for it took me forever for me to get better at my craft, you know what I mean? I'm like
Okay.
30 now, you know what I mean? So like I first started rapping when I was 15, so like it took years, man. Years. There was times where I was
Okay.
just like, man, fuck music, this, that, you know what I mean? And just
Right.
like I just feel like I needed the right people to motivate me. You feel me? And then here we are now doing this interview.
Yes, definitely, definitely.
Yeah,
And your producer referred me to you, and Radical also thinks very highly of you. So how did you and Radical meet? Did y'all meet in high school?
no, we all met through a mutual friend. Like
Okay.
shout out to my boy Paradise Lost. So like pretty much what happened was like this was all like on 1 year time aspect. So like pretty much like what it was, you feel me? Because like I was hanging out with my boy Paradise Lost. We were shooting this music video to 1998. y'all check out his IG because he got some new slappers on the way. You feel me? I gotta give a shout out to my boy real quick. You know what I mean? But anyways, what was I gonna say? Yeah, we were shooting the music video. After that, later on in that night, that's where I met my producer, Oski, son. You know, and then he met me. He introduced me to Juju, and then afterwards, like, we all started kicking it, started feeling good vibes. You feel me? You know, just like we all just like we all got a passion for music, though. You know what I mean? So
Right. Okay. Definitely, man. And I listened to your mixtape and I listened to your EP, and I was really impressed. So with you,
thank you,
are you
thank you.
planning on producing? Or are you planning on releasing any full length projects like mixtapes, albums on Spotify, or anything like that?
Yeah, yes. It just like I got some new stuff on the way right now. Don't know when I'm gonna release it, cause I'm like taking I'm like taking my time with it though. You know what I mean? Like I'm just like I really want this to like be some like classic. You know what I mean? So I'm just like taking my time with it, but
Okay.
you know what I mean? Like
Yeah. I get what you mean. You just said that you want it to be a classic and you're taking your time with it. So I'm asking you, are you a perfectionist? Like, is that something that you strive for? Like, you
yes,
gotta have everything
yes,
done right
yes.
before you put it out?
Yup,
Okay,
yup.
okay. Can you describe that a little bit
It's
more?
like it's like I just feel like I'm always like, cause Michael Jackson's like my greatest influence when it comes to anything, but
Oh wow.
music in particular, like he is like one of the fucking greats. Excuse my language, but anyways, you feel
No, no,
me?
no,
But like
no,
it
no,
just
no.
like,
It's okay.
but but anyways, just like how the way he writes a song or like how he puts out albums, like it's just like so amazing. But like how the way he comes, how the way he writes the songs is so spiritual. So it's like, but
Okay. I
it
feel
just
that.
like
Definitely.
it just yeah, and just
Okay.
how the way,
Definitely.
and then also how the way he performs is like music and stuff like perfectionism. You know what I mean? So like I look at that and I'll be like, man, I be want to strive that though. You know, like just like that's how like I want my music to be. I want my music to be like classic. You know what I mean? Like something to like look back on and shit. You know what I mean? Like 10, 15 years later, where like people were just like, oh man, you remember that old days? Oh man, that shit was a slapper. This that. Whoop whoop whoop. Shout out to my boy Los Pesos in chat.
How you doing? But yeah, man, definitely. You just said Michael Jackson. Yes, definitely. Michael
And
Jackson, definitely one of
Eminem,
the
and
greatest. So like,
Eminem too.
yes,
But yeah, and Eminem too. He's another one of
yes,
my like
facts.
biggest influence. Like when I rap, you know what I mean?
Okay, okay, definitely. So, what's the favorite album by Eminem or MJ that you love the most?
From
Or you got to
Michael,
pick one, like
history,
one from each.
yeah. That's what I was doing. Okay. My favorite Michael Jackson it's called History, Past, Present, and Future Book One because I'm gonna tell you why. Because I feel it's his most like personal album. Like I feel his pain, and on top of that, that's when I first started becoming a fan of him. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? The album like brought like many like good memories and stuff. You know what I mean? So it's like, but from uh, but from Eminem, that's a Jesus Christ, it's a hard one though. It's a hard one because there's so many like greats, but I'm gonna be real. You feel me? I mean, I'm just like everybody else. The Marshall Mathers old people like that's banger,
Mm,
banger.
facts. Okay,
You know what I mean?
definitely,
But
bro. Yeah, and Eminem and MJ, they definitely the best who done it in their respective categories when it comes down to pop and hip hop. So
I
with
don't
you
know.
saying that you want a classic and you want to be you want your project to be perfect, there's no knocking that. You know what I mean? And like when it comes down to your project, do you want to get into are you producing any of your own tracks, or do you want to produce any of your own tracks?
Oh yeah, of course. I'm always like I feel like I've always wanted to produce. You feel me? Because I can sing, I can rap. You know what I mean? But like if I could produce, I could be like on my like Pharrell Williams Neptune shit. You know what I mean? But I would love to
Right.
produce. You know
Okay.
what I mean? You know, I would love to
Yes.
produce.
Definitely. Definitely. Yeah, man. Because producing, it's an art, and when you can produce rap and sing, like you just said, like, you know, that could be a deadly combination if you're really, really good at all three. So, you know, I'm definitely going to look forward to whatever project you're going to put out. Definitely, if you're going to produce and things like that. So, have you had any hand in producing any of your own tracks so far?
Not not that I know of. Probably not lately. I'm not sure, but I know like most of the track, like on the EP, like the Mojave and that 121, like I was like mixed YouTube beats and my producer Oski's beats.
Okay, okay. So I also want to ask you, like, what's something new that you want to bring to, you know, the hip hop game and the hip hop industry? So, like, what's something new and unique that you're gonna bring for you?
Relaxing, chill, therapeutic music, man. Whenever somebody going through something, I just hope like at least like my music like help you through your problems. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
just something like that. But just like because I feel like I can consider myself a lo-fi hip hop artist. I love them like them chill boom bap beats because I just feel like that just like it's like my element. Like where like I get in the zone where I'll just say some outlandish things. You know what I mean? So, but.
Okay, definitely, man, definitely. And also, we want to dive a little bit deeper in this podcast because, you know, we want to go all the way back because, you know, in this podcast, I get a little nosy and I get all up in your business. So, you know, we definitely will go back, all right? So, tell me,
man.
What was it like for you growing up in Las Vegas? Like, let's start there.
Let me see. It was cool for what it was. Yeah, the weather's fucking just hot, fire in hell here. You feel me? Especially like in July and August, you know what I mean? But
facts.
We're growing up here, you feel me? I mean, like, it was cool, you know what I mean? Like, it just like, that it was like just pretty much a party city, you feel me? So it's like, to raise like kids in, you know what I mean? It's not, I don't want to say not good, you feel me? But it's just like, not something you should be there, you know what I mean? But growing up in Vegas, it was cool, man, because like, I feel like I told myself like one day, like, just like I feel like one day I told myself every time when I look at the Vegas Strip at night, I would always tell myself, like, man, I don't never get tired of this shit. Like, it just made me, like appreciate, this shit, you know what I mean? I love my city, you feel me? 702 to the day I die, you know what I mean? So, but I gotta give a shout out to my city, though, you know what I mean? So.
Yes, definitely. So, for you personally, what was it like growing up in your household growing up, like, as a kid? You know what
I mean? Let's see. I got I got one older brother and my younger sister. You feel me? So like me and her are like a year apart. That's like my best friend though, you feel me? Like and most of my mom's like I didn't have my mom I didn't have my pops growing up. So it was just, single mom, you feel me? No, it's all good, but I feel like this is a story everybody all wanna know for, so I'm just telling you how it is, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, single mom, you know what I mean? So, but like, she did what she could, man, you feel me? So without her, I wouldn't be where I'm at now, you know what I mean? Like,
Yes, definitely, man. I appreciate that. And also on this podcast, feel free to speak your truths. And don't be afraid to hold back on anything. I'm not here to judge. Also, if you want to be vulgar, don't apologize for saying the F-bomb. Like, it's okay. You know what I mean? You can say whatever the fuck you want to say. Like, this isn't radio, you know what I mean? We're not following the FCC rules or nothing. You're good. You're good, Keep it a buck. Keep it a buck. You know what I mean?
For sure.
So, I want you to be comfortable being yourself. That's all it is,
All right. All right, for sure.
All right, so also, tell me what was high school like for you?
High school?
Yeah.
Man. Boring. I'm gonna be real, cause like I went to Spring Valley High School, but like when I first went there, like it was back in 04, 2004 and shit. Like back when the school, like when it was first open, so like back when I went there, like niggas had to wear uniforms and shit.
Yeah, we had to wear collar shirts and stuff.
Oh, that shit was so annoying. You feel me? And then after we graduated, everybody all like they like took it easy, and I was like, oh, that's some bullshit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know because look, one thing you don't know about me is I actually grew up in Vegas also.
Oh, word, that's what's up.
Yeah, I grew up in Vegas also, and another fact that might surprise you is that I also went to Spring Valley.
Word.
Yeah, I'm dead
What
ass
the fuck?
serious.
That is insane.
I'm dead ass serious. Yeah.
What year? Graduation? What Harvard? What
I
class?
graduated 2011, but in my senior year, I was transferred to Clark High School, so I didn't do my senior year at Spring Valley. Because we moved.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but I did my freshman, sophomore, and junior year at Spring Valley. And I remember my freshman year, we had to wear uniforms. And then I remember sophomore and junior, like, they took the uniforms away because they had to vote. And then everybody voted for no uniforms.
Man, right after when the originals left and shit, I'll be like, man, y'all was messed up for that. You know what I mean? Like, man.
Right, exactly. And then, like, all the singers, like, yeah, a lot of singers were pissed off that they couldn't wear whatever they wanted to. Like, I remember the first week, they said we could wear whatever we wanted in the first week, but then after that, we had to wear uniforms, which I really thought was BS. Like, we had to get passes to wear jeans? Like, are you kidding me? Like, come on now, fam. Come on now. So, high school, after high school, like, what kind of things did you want to do with your life? What kind of things did you want to accomplish with your life initially after high school?
Music.
Okay, so that was all. Music was like plan A, plan B, plan C, pretty much like nothing else.
Yeah. You feel me? Cause it was just something I'm passionate about. You know what I mean? Like, so even though like I had my moments where I sucked ass, you feel me? So it's like, but like I was just like I loved it so much that I didn't want to stop. You know what I mean? So it's like,
Right, I feel that. So you discovered your passion really early, because a lot of people, when they're in high school, right after high school, they don't exactly know what they want to do with their life. So for you to discover that passion that early on, like that really, really, speaks volumes and says something,
Yeah.
Yes, definitely. And also, real quick, we're going to get into your EP. And trust me,
What's that?
I took my notes, and we're going to break down track for track your EP, okay?
All right, what's that?
All right, first we're going to start with, Resist. So I want you to tell me, before I get into my notes, tell me, what was it like making that song?
Man, I was in my mood that day. I was in my producer's, studio, just feeling it, and it just like I had like so many like beats on the back burner that like I wanted to record, but I don't know why I just did and then
right.
This, I just went off and just started spitting bars on that, you know what I mean? Where I just said, resist, stop resisting. What's the point of existing? My body just twisted. Got blacklisted from major news outlets, which includes ABC, NBC, CBS, and Fox. I'm too real for the fakeness, you know what I mean? Like, type.
Right. Now I feel you.
So it just like a bunch of words like came out, like, I just was going crazy.
So you just write all your stuff down, or is there times where you just freestyle?
Both and both, honestly.
Okay.
Both and both.
Definitely, man. So we're going to bring up a few quotes, and I want you to, tell me what was going through your mind when you wrote that down, okay? So what's the point of existing? My body is distant. How come you wrote that line?
It just, like I said, it's just something that, like, I don't know, like, I just, like when I rap and shit, like, when I, especially like that, like, I be in my Eminem mode, like, in my mentality, like no fucks given, like, I don't give a fuck, you know what I mean? Like, they're just, like, I say whatever the fuck I want to say. If you don't like it, sorry, bro. I don't know what to tell you, man.
Exactly.
I'm me, man. I'm me.
Yes, definitely, man. There ain't nothing wrong with me and you. History says the secret is out. Hey, History, how you doing?
Yeah, man. So.
Okay, definitely.
Shout out to my mans in the chat, man.
Yes, shout out.
Quincy. By the way, he's also directing though too. If anyone like ever wants to like, shoot something and stuff, he be doing like comics, like doing like beautiful art. You know what I mean? So I gotta give a shout out to my mans though, man, because these guys are like rocking with me, man. You feel me? Like they really like believed in me when no one else did. You know what I mean? Like, you know, they knew I had the potential, but like they knew it can be like much like higher and shit. You know?
Okay, definitely. Shout out to them. Definitely, shout out to the people who bring you up. You always gotta, give them acknowledgement. So, another thing a quote I want to bring up, it says, "Got blacklisted by major news outlets." Why you say
like, because I feel like my mouth would like tend to get me in trouble on the pen shit. So it just like if I say fuck this, fuck that, like I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean?
that? Right.
Just talking about like all these news stations and shit, like all like media like be manipulating things sometimes. So it was like my little like fire warning shot to them and shit. So
Okay. Definitely. So just unapologetic rawness, pretty much. Okay, to sum that up.
Too
okay.
real.
Definitely. So the last, one of the last quotes I'm going to bring up was, got caught up in the murder scene, wanted for theft and burglary, lying on the table while preparing me for surgery.
I don't know why, like when I like wrote that line, like I just like had like I had like a little like serial killer vibe from that line. Like I was just like thinking of like a story, just storytelling.
Right.
Happened, like same in that like in same mentality, like just like the more the song progresses, like it just like kind of like it gets more like interesting and shit. You know what I mean? So.
Right. Okay, definitely, man. And we're gonna bring up the second song, "In My Dreams," and at the beginning of that song, you had the MLK speech going. So, what made you put that at the beginning of the song?
Oh, that was more of my producer's idea, Oski. That was more of his idea.
Okay.
Because he decided to put it out, and I was just like, because I remember like when I first heard the beat, where it just like, I don't know, just like I loved it. Where it just like, we're just like that, like I don't know. And then next thing you know, like I started saying lines like tic tac toe, it's so deep on the floor. Are you a friend, a foe, or maybe my enemy? You know what I mean? Then just
Okay. So like, did you have a lot of fun recording that track, or like how was it recording that track in particular? Because it was definitely different from the first.
It was something new and interesting, but I enjoyed it though. Like,
Okay, definitely, man, definitely. And we're gonna move on to the third track, "Figures," which
my favorite. More like everybody's favorite, but personal favorite of mine though too. You feel me? So.
Yes, it's a really good track, man, definitely. And it's also produced by Ishmael Jam, who he produced your whole mixtape or EP, if I'm not mistaken.
Like Resist and the Figures, he produced them and stuff. So shout out to him by the way too, man, because he is a wonderful, wonderful producer, man. If y'all like ever like want to check out some YouTube beats, man, go to him. I promise you, like he is incredible, phenomenal.
Definitely,
real good at his craft.
Yes, and his instrumentals are fire, so I definitely will check him out. Definitely, man. And you picked some really good producers for this EP in particular. And
thank you.
Yeah, you definitely have good taste in producers, man. So you said drugs, I'm abusing, everything so amusing. Why'd you say that?
Like it's just in my mind, you know what I mean?
Right. Okay.
It's just like at the same time, but at the same time I was going through shit, you know what I mean? So just like I just wrote the line. Like I feel like I don't know, you feel me? Like, motherfuckers just go through shit. Sometimes motherfuckers like just sometimes they self-medicate, you know what I mean? So it's like,
Yes.
So it's like when the drugs I'm abusing, you know what I mean? Like, it just like, yeah, because that whole song, I'm gonna be honest with you, man, the whole song was about like, me getting rejected and shit, you feel me? So like, I was like in my feelings, so like, she inspired my ass to like, I guess you could say that whole song was about her, you feel me? But,
oh, wow.
More like inspired, yeah. You feel me? Inspired.
Okay.
So
it's
just like when I just started.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So, I'm I'm sorry, you finished?
Yeah, I was waiting on you.
Oh, okay. All right, my bad. So I have another quote I want to bring up that you said. You said PTSD just had a flashback. Did you have PTSD, or was that just something you said?
No, I really do have PTSD. You know what I mean? I got PTSD, bipolar disorder, ADHD. You know what I mean? Cause I'm gonna be honest, man. I've been through some shit, man. You know what I mean? Having to deal through bullies. You know what I mean? Like, it just like shit ain't no joke, man. You know what I mean?
Okay, definitely, man. Yeah, man.
Just been through some shit, man. You know?
Yeah, man. There ain't nothing wrong with getting certain lessons early on in life. So, can you tell me about like the bullies again? Like, was you bullied a lot growing up or something?
Yeah, I was. Unfortunately.
Okay. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry about that. And like I said, if you're not comfortable getting into any details, then you don't have to do that.
But I'm trying to tell people my story, man. That's all it is.
Okay.
That's all it is.
Definitely, man. Definitely. And then another thing that I will mention on this EP is that you broke the fourth wall a few times.
Yeah?
Yeah, like on your first track, you said, something like, you said this is the first song you mentioned this is the first song on the EP in one of your lines, and then on the last track you said, yes, I'm singing on the hook. Like, you broke the fourth wall a few times on the EP. That's why I was like, okay, very distinct, very interesting. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
So was that like an intention, like to capture the viewers' interest when they heard that? Like,
yeah, like I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Like, I feel like my Mojave and I went to one EP. Like, my plan was to, like, the reason why I did the 4 tracks is like to get everybody knocking at the door, asking for more. So like that was like my whole like strategy of the whole like EP and shit. Like, have people like have them asking for more. You know what I mean?
Okay, definitely, man, definitely.
Have them asking more.
Yes, and everybody who's watching the live, if you guys have any additional questions, please hit the question mark button down below, and we will be happy to answer any question that you guys ask. Just keep it appropriate, and ask anything. Just no hater shit.
Oh yeah. None of that, man. We're all trying to be better and shit, man. You feel me? Ain't got no time for no negativity, and shit. You know what I mean?
Definitely. So before we get into the next track, how do you block out negativity for you? Like, how do you keep your Like, how do you keep your peace?
It's hard sometimes, man, because sometimes like I just have moments where I just be like so down, so down sometimes. But like sometimes like I just be like, there's a reason why like I have my music, you know what I mean? Like sometimes I could just have a moment where I could just like write, you know what I mean, say a few lines. Sometimes I'll sing, like, you know what I mean, like.
Right. Okay, definitely, man, definitely. We have a fan question. We have our first fan question. Hold up. We have a question from Lost Pesos. What project are you working on next?
Let's see. I kind of want to say a mixtape, but at the same time, I'm like, I really want to work on my debut album, so it's like both. But my debut album is like, I'm like taking my time with it. So like right now, I'm just plan on putting the mixtape,
Okay. So as a writer and as a rapper singer, do you have any music that you're currently sitting on right now that you just haven't released yet? Like anything written down or any, music that's stored away that you haven't put out yet?
Yeah, I got a few songs like in the in the vault and shit. You know what I mean? So it's like I'm still working on. So like sometimes like I was just going through them a couple months ago. Like, I was just like listening to them. And I was just like, oh wow, yeah. Imagine how this shit would sound now. You know what I mean? So.
Okay. So I want to get your honest opinion, and I really want to hear this. Who or what inspires you the most?
Who and what? Oh, that's a deep question.
Yeah, we dive deep on here, bro.
Yeah, I loved it. I love it though, cause it excites me though. But I say You said who inspires me, right?
Yeah, who or what inspired you the most?
I say life inspires me, man. You know,
Okay.
just being able to just being able to wake up every morning and shit. You know, that's a lot of us. Some of us be taking that shit for granted, man. You feel me? You know,
Yes,
just life. You know
definitely.
what I mean? Like, life
Yes.
inspires me, man. You know, sometimes I could just like, sometimes I could just have a fucked up day and shit. You know what I mean? And I just be like, fuck this shit. You know what I mean? Now afterwards, I'll be like, I just be like, just trying to sleep it off and shit. You know what I mean? You know?
Yeah. I feel you. I feel you. Definitely,
Yeah.
man. Definitely. So we're gonna get back into this track. Before we lose track, we're gonna get back into this track. Mojave Road Flows, which was very personal.
Yeah,
I felt
extremely
like,
personal.
I felt like you put a lot of your, a lot of the things that you dealt with out there in the open for everybody to see. But at the same time, I love the fact that you're not afraid to be vulnerable. So we're gonna go
No,
over a couple things that you.
I just feel like you shouldn't be. You feel me? Like I feel like it's okay to not be okay. You feel me? Because I'm like real big on spending like mental health awareness and shit. You feel me? You know, like I'm real
Right.
big on that shit. You know?
Yes, definitely, definitely, man. So you did mention that you grew up in a broken family in the
Yeah,
track. Can you
yeah.
describe that a little bit more?
Like I never like my pops wasn't around. You feel me? So like when I was like talking about earlier, like the single mother thing, like mom just raised us. You know what I mean? Pops wasn't there. You know what I mean? So it just you know. And
Okay.
there was something else I was gonna say too, but I lost my train of thought though.
Oh no, you good, bro. You good. We'll get back to it. And you also mentioned, you said we playing chess, life's a strategy. Tell me about that line.
It's just like everything that I've been through. You feel me? You just gotta like, you gotta one up on niggas and shit. You feel me? Like, you know, you gotta pull one up on them and shit. You know what I mean? Where just like where I just start saying, life's strategy on the verge of insanity. Cannot define gravity, full house capacity, wonderful hospitality. You know what I mean? Just like just road lines after that. You know what I mean? So it just like, you know,
Yes, definitely, definitely, man. So, and you also mentioned the whole bully thing, dealing with neighborhood bullies. Like I said before, I'm really sorry that you have to deal with that. That's not fun at all because I've dealt with bullies too. So,
you know. So you know
that's
how that shit is.
yeah, man. So I can definitely relate to that, man. And once again, you also have another single that you put out called "Around." Can you tell us about that
Yeah,
one?
I like. That was another one of the songs I had in the vault. You know what I mean? So like I
Okay.
remember like I like listened to it like what like I feel like earlier, you feel me? So like I would just like I like looked through it and I was just like you feel me? I was just like, yo, I need to do something with this, you feel me? You know, 'cause like that
I
was
feel
like
you,
during
bro.
after that time after I did my first show. You know what I mean? So it just like I just had to do like had to put out more singles, you know what I mean? So that was one of them that I was just like, you know, hold on, let me do that shit. Hey, shout out to my boy Paradise, man. That means a lot, man.
Okay. Yes, definitely, man. Definitely. Shout out, shout out, shout out. And also, you performed at the Vibin Lounge. How was that?
Yeah.
How did you feel? Like, was you nervous? Like, was there butterflies or even hawks going to your
Yeah,
stomach when you
yeah.
had to get up
You
there?
feel? Hey, I'm gonna be real. Yeah, I was nervous, but at the same time, like after when I did, I was like, hold on, man, this is just like rehearsal, man. You know what I mean? I was just like, maybe I was making it more than what it was. You feel me? But I felt it was amazing, bro.
I feel
You
you.
feel me? It was amazing. It was amazing. You know?
Yeah. Definitely. And your mind always does that. Your mind always tricks you into thinking that something is, worse than it actually is or much worse than it actually is. So, the fact
Yeah.
that you went up there and you rapped and you performed through, whatever nervousness you did have is great. You know what I mean? You did an amazing job, by the way.
Thanks, man. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes. So how did you feel right afterwards? Like right when you got off stage, like how did that feel?
I felt so fucking amazing. It felt so fucking amazing. I was like, oh shit, like that's crazy.
Okay.
It
Okay.
just like
Definitely, man.
it just like during the performance, it just put me in a trance, man. You feel me? Like just like go into that mentality, like just like you know. People
Right.
came to see me. So it's important that I give them the best performance of possible. You know what I mean?
Right. Exactly. And also, I want to dive into something else about about your musical inspirations. So for you, if you had to name your top 5 favorite rappers, who would it be?
Ooh, man. Jesus Christ. Let me see.
Take your
Because
time.
it's hard. It's hard. So it's like, all right, let me see. Number 5, I put Nas.
Okay.
Number 4, Jay-Z. Number 3, Eminem. Number 2, I put Biggie's Notorious B.I.G. And number 1, I gotta put Pac. You feel me? Because I always
Mm.
pay respects. I always pay respects to the ones before me. You know what I mean? So
Yes.
it's important. It's important that we show our legends love and shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's important. Even though they're not around no more,
Yeah.
but their music
Definitely.
inspired us for a reason. They got us to where we're at. You know what I mean? So it's always important and shit.
Yes, definitely, and I definitely agree. So, one thing that your list had in common is that they're all '90s rappers. So, like, is '90s like your
Yeah,
favorite genre? Is that what
yeah,
I'm gonna find when
yeah.
I go through your playlist of a bunch of
Mhm.
'90s shit?
Hell yeah, man. I'm
Okay,
trying to bring. I'm
okay,
trying to bring that. I'm trying to bring that boom bap shit back, man. You feel me? Feel like it's like it's
okay,
starting to get like a lost art, man. Like I just feel like when I'm being that element, like I'm in that element. But
mm,
yeah. You're gonna see more of that, man. You're gonna see more of that.
okay, definitely, man, definitely. I look forward to it. So,
Thank you.
like, what do you think is missing from hip hop right now? Like, what do you think is missing?
That's a good question. Less mumble rappers and shit.
You
I
can't
can't deal with
stand
them more.
you
Nah,
can't.
man. I'm a hip hop head. You know what I mean? I'm a hip hop head. Like I love breathe hip hop. You know what I mean? You know?
Yes, yes, and I completely I concur because a lot of the mumble stuff that's out there right now, it's not. A lot of them aren't really
Bunch.
saying much.
Yeah, a bunch of mumbo jumbo and shit. You feel me?
Right,
You
too
know?
many littles out there to count.
On everything. Straight up though.
Right, exactly. So for you, who would be a dream collaboration, rapper or
Like,
singer?
oh my God, there's so many of them.
Pick 3.
Fuck. Okay. I picked Drake,
Okay,
Logic,
okay.
and Eminem.
Okay, those some
Dude,
dude. You
to,
gonna
to
have
be
to
able to
really.
be able to be able to do a track with my idol, man, that shit would mean the fucking world to me. Like I swear to God, oh my Lord, this
Yo,
shit would be so amazing.
you gonna have to, Drake, Eminem, Logic, like, you gonna have to really make sure that you match their energy when you performing with them because they go hard, they go ham when they in the studio. So, me, I'd have to really I'd
Hmm.
be competing with them. I'd be competing with them. I'd be trying to,
Yeah,
I'm gonna be like, you go first so that I can
yeah,
see if I can, write something that's just as good or if I can even like do a little bit better, like a
yeah.
friendly competition. You know what I mean?
I love that. I feed off that shit because I just feel like that's when like when they write the greatest songs. You know what I mean? Like I love that. You know,
Yes, definitely.
I
Yes.
feed
You
off,
gotta like
I feed off the energy though. You know what I mean?
yeah, man, that's facts, man. And you should feed off the energy because if the energy ain't right, like, the track is not gonna go right, period. So, I
Facts.
take that into consideration myself. So we have another fan question. We have mother fucking Carlos. If you could see one artist dead or alive, who would that be?
Michael Jackson, King of Pop. I've always
Michael.
wanted to go. I've always wanted to go. I've always wanted to go to a concert of his, man, because I'm just like a big fan, bro. Like I be like doing some of the dance moves. I got some of the jackets. You know what I mean? Like just like just be like just to be able to if there was a chance if I was able to sing, like I would die a happy man. I
Yes,
really would.
definitely. MJ's the
You know?
shit, bro. MJ's the shit.
Oh,
So on
yeah.
the next project, you mentioned that you were a singer. So on the next project, are we gonna get more singing?
Yeah. Expect a lot more of that though, you feel me?
Okay.
Expect a lot more of that.
Okay, definitely. So, a lot of hip hop rappers and stuff, some of them, stay, in the hip hop category, and some of them branch off into other things. So with you, like, would you branch off into anything else? Like, for example, would you ever do some acting?
Yeah, I haven't really thought about it like that. Acting? I think right now I just want to like stick to like learning how to produce for now, you know.
Yes,
That's
one
the
thing
only
at a
thing that
time.
could like, yeah, one thing at a time, because thing is with me, like, I don't want to like set so many goals for myself, so like I just want to be able to do like one thing at a time, like at my pace, so like, you know what I mean?
Okay, definitely, man. So with you, what's one of the best pieces of advice you've gotten that you think you've gotten? And how do you apply it?
Oh, yeah. What's it called? Fucking shout out to my boy DIZZ, man, my best friend from like childhood and shit, man. DIZZ
Okay.
squad, I gotta give a shout out to them and shit, but no, I remember like I was just telling her, I was just like, man, like bro, I'm like nervous to like perform my music, man, and I remember like my dude like gave me the realest advice. He was like, bro, like don't be nervous, bro. Just think of it as like you like doing your Michael Jackson moves and shit. And I like when he said that, I'd be like, damn, that's deep shit, and then
Okay, definitely.
I stick by that shit, you know.
Wow. Okay, definitely, man. So that's definitely words to live by, bro. So, we all
Oh,
need
yeah.
important people in our lives. So with you, like, who are some of the most important people in your life right now?
My mom's, my brother, my sister, my best friends. Shout out to my girlfriend and shit, you feel me? You know. She's been like
Okay.
inspiring me a lot to be better and shit, you know what I mean? So, but
Okay. Definitely, bro.
like
Definitely.
it's like I need like the advice and shit, you know. Like whenever like if I start to get whenever I get caught slipping, I need like them to like lift me back up, you know what I mean?
Yes, definitely. We need people, in our life to keep us sane and to keep our sanity. So I'm glad that you have, good people around you who keep you sane. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Without
So
them, I don't know where I'd be at.
I got a few
Like
people with that I
straight
can say that
up.
about too.
Yeah.
So another question is, when it comes down to being an independent artist, what's the hardest thing about being independent?
Uh, to be honest, I don't think there's anything hard about it, because
Okay.
I feel like being an independent artist is the way to go nowadays. Especially with all these recording companies and stuff, with the industry and all that stuff, you know what I mean? But just like, I feel like being an independent artist is the way to go. Sure, you probably may have to put a little more work on it, but be worth it in the long run, though, you know?
Okay, definitely. So, also, are we going to expect any, visuals from this EP?
Yeah, I'm planning on working on a music video and shit, on one of them and shit,
Okay.
but other tracks though too, so. So like I got like this one song that I've like worked on since last year, so that's probably gonna be like on the mixtape and shit. So like what I'm gonna do is like probably sometime around October, I'm probably gonna put a music video to the piece and shit. You know what I mean? So
Okay. Definitely, man, definitely. So with you, this is a kind of a deep question too, but, I'm just going to ask it anyway. So with you, what's one of your biggest accomplishments?
graduating high school.
Graduating high school. Okay.
Yeah,
Can you tell me why? Like that was such a huge accomplishment for you?
cause I'm like the first person in my family to get a diploma.
Oh wow! Congrats,
Yeah.
man. This is late as hell, but congratulations, bro.
Thank you.
Wow. Okay, that is a huge accomplishment. So like, do you do you plan on just keep pursuing your rap thing, or like do you want to ever go to college or anything like that?
I tried before. I'm a college dropout, so I'm not a goddamn shame of it. You feel me? So it's like I just like I don't know. You feel me? But like if I do go back, it has to be like something that like I'm really gonna like really
Okay.
knock it out of the park with though. You know, if anything, I'll probably go there just to like to do something with video games because I love video games with a passion. I love gaming and shit. Even though they piss me off and shit, I got a love-hate relationship with them and shit. You know what I mean? But, you know, it's my passion though. You feel me? Like, I love it though. You know?
Okay. You mentioned that video games is your passion. So, like, you play a lot online. Or do you experience any gamer rage or anything like that? You ever chuck
Oh,
a
yeah, all the
controller?
time, bro. All the time. All the time. There be times I'll be wanting to throw my controller across the television and shit, and I just be like, no, let me not do that. Let me not do that. There's other ways to control it and shit, you feel me? And that's not one of them and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely, bro. So what is a favorite video game of yours? One that you love so much, but it gets you riled up too at the same time.
Damn, I have so many though.
Like pick.
Yeah, give me
one.
like, all right. I say this, like my favorite video game of all time is Metal Gear Solid on the PlayStation.
Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah.
Okay. Great video game, bro. Definitely.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So yeah, you know, that's a great choice. So with you, like, do you play like, you know, Call of Duty or anything like that, or any like, you know, 2, 3, 4 player games?
Yeah, I mean I do play Call of Duty, but not like that. You know, I mostly be playing sports games. You know what I mean? Like you know my Madden, you know FIFA, NHL, fucking, you know WWE 2K. If they ever make one again, fucking, I feel like I'm missing other ones and shit too. But you know, I mostly lately I just been playing MLB The Show. Like I've been on my baseball shit. You know.
Okay. And then we
Cause
only got a couple.
it's like it's
Um,
weird as shit. Cause like sometimes like I go through phases and shit. Like depending on the time of year. So like right now I'm like focused on baseball. So like once from like next month happens and shit, I'm about to be like on my Madden shit. So you know.
I feel that. I definitely feel that, bro. We only have a couple more questions to ask, and then we're gonna let you get up out of here. All right?
For sure, for sure.
All right, man. So one of the last questions I am gonna ask you is describe yourself just as a person.
Nice, awesome, friendly, loyal, good-hearted, family man, good friend, someone who's inspiring, you know. But that's all I can say about myself, you know.
Okay, definitely. You said family man. So do you plan on having kids anytime soon?
Oh yeah, I would love that though. I would love that. You feel me? Like once I'm like, you know, not right now and shit, you feel me? But I just like right now I'm just so focused on my craft right now, you feel me? And now I'm just saying it ain't the time for it, you know what I mean? So like I just wanna like focus on my craft and then when we get there too, we'll get there and shit, you know what I mean? So it's like
Okay, definitely, bro, definitely. So, like I said before, you know, I'm definitely looking forward to more projects and more music from you.
thank you.
Yeah, because you're really good at what you do. So, you know, keep
Thank
pursuing it,
Thank you.
and like I said, you know, just keep doing what you do, man. You're really good at
Thank
what you do. You and
Thank you.
Radical, because I listen to Radical stuff too, and I
Yeah,
really,
he is
really like his.
incredible.
Yes.
He is incredible. He is incredible. Like it just be like it's like me and him, like we inspire each other. Like sometimes I inspire him because I remember he told me that like I inspired him to sing more. You feel me? So that's why like when you like
Wow.
heard like his projects and shit, and I just be like, man, I'm happy that I was there. I was happy that I was able to help you like make you more comfortable, bro. That means a lot and shit, man. You feel me? He got some more shit. He got some slappers on the way too. You feel me? So you know. Everybody in like on my circle and like in my team does and shit, you know. Everybody all got some new shit on the way, so.
Okay, definitely. Any collabs with you and Radical coming up?
Oh yeah, of course. Like what I want to do with this mixtape, like I just want to do a lot of collabs with everybody and shit. You feel me? Like, I want to do a lot of collaborations.
Okay,
You know?
okay. So on the mixtape, are you going to be a lot of original beats or like a lot of industry beats, or just a mix of both?
Mixer. mix of everything.
Okay, definitely, man. And I look forward to it because you're
Thank
very
you.
discreet with your music. Are you very secretive when you drop a project? Are you like, are you like J. Cole where you just announce it a week before type shit?
Yeah, I just get excited. I get
Okay.
excited. It's like it just feels like you feel rejuvenated and shit when you drop something like new and shit. Like just like what Michael Jackson said one time, he was just like a lot of people are used to seeing the outcome of the work, but they're never used to seeing what goes around the work.
Right.
You know?
Exactly, bro. So we got one more question to ask you, and then we're gonna let you up out of here. This is a good interview. Thank you so much for doing
Thank
this.
you.
I appreciate it.
Thank you for inviting me though. Like for real, it means a lot.
Yeah, of course, man. Yeah, of course. So when it comes down to being a rapper from 702, like, do you hope to put 702 on the map?
I want to be immortalized in my city, man. That's what I'm aiming
Okay.
for. I want to be immortalized in my city.
Okay, definitely, man. I feel that. And to be honest with you, when it comes down to the 702, I wish it would be more united,
Mhm.
And I wish, people, more people from the 702 would come out into the mainstream. So, that's what I'm hoping and praying for is that more 702 rappers come out and they actually, really put the city on the map, similar to that.
We have to. You feel me? We have to. It's important.
Yes.
You feel me? Like because I feel like motherfuckers like get such a misconception of Vegas. Like they always assume that everybody that live here, we gamble, we party. Nah, bro, that's not the case.
Right.
We all got like we all got like regular 9 to 5 jobs. You feel me? Like we all like pay our bills and all that shit. Like it's like you know. So that's all. Like
Right.
I just feel like I'm just trying to bring. I'm just trying to bring more awareness to my city, though. You feel me? So like whatever I can to put it on the map. You know what I mean? So it's like.
Okay, definitely, bro, definitely. And shout out, yes, 702 stand up, yes. Shout out to
You know what it is,
shout out
man.
to Nico
East
Rain in the
side.
house. What's up?
What's
Yeah,
good? What's goody?
Yes, unfortunately, we do have to end this interview, but it was great talking to you, bro. And anytime you want to do an interview, please message me or DM me and hit me up, and I'll be welcome to do any other interviews or anything like that.
For sure, man. Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. That means a lot and shit, man. Like for real.
Yes, of course. And anybody listening, the podcast will be available tomorrow everywhere that you can stream podcasts, Spotify, Apple Music. It will be available everywhere. So, you guys can catch the playback also on IGTV Live and on the El3vation Radio Podcast Instagram. And before I go real quick, please tell everybody your credentials and where everybody can find you.
Well, right now, go follow my music page at official DIZZ. And also got a SoundCloud right now. I also go by DIZZ. The link is all like in the bio. So got a YouTube channel. Go by DIZZ also. Make sure I get that taken care of. So, but yeah.
Yes, it is DIZZ for everybody who's wondering. So everybody out there, thank you so much for tuning in. I love everybody. I love each and every one of y'all. Y'all have a good one, and thank you so much to everybody who participated. And please catch me in the next live in a couple of days. Y'all have a good one.
Right.